Stoicism Unveiled, Ancient Secrets for a Calmer, Stronger You. A chaotic morning and a hidden secret. Hey there, friend. Picture this. It's a dreary morning, the kind where the clouds seem to press down on you, heavy and grey, like they're carrying the weight of the world right above your head. You've just made the perfect cup of tea, steaming hot, fragrant with that earthy aroma you love, a little slice of heaven cradled in your favorite mug. You've been craving that first sip all morning, imagining the warmth spreading through you, the quiet moment of bliss it promises. You settle into your chair, ready to savor it when, bam! Out of nowhere, your cat decides it's playtime. With one swift, mischievous swipe, Whiskers sends your tea crashing to the floor. The mug shatters into a dozen pieces, the precious liquid splashes across the tiles, and suddenly, your peaceful morning is a mess of broken ceramic and soggy dreams. The old you might have lost it. Maybe you'd yell at Whiskers, his wide eyes staring back in confusion, or curse the universe for its terrible, unfair timing. You might have let that spilled tea ruin your whole day, stewing in frustration as you cleaned up the wreckage. But what if I told you there's a way to handle moments like this without losing your cool? A way to turn chaos into calm, stress into strength, and setbacks into opportunities for growth. Stick with me, because today we're diving into an ancient philosophy that's been a game-changer for centuries, and it is about to change your life too. We're talking about Stoicism, a set of ideas passed down from brilliant minds like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, guys who lived in a world far wilder than ours. Picture their lives, wars raging, empires crumbling, personal losses piling up, and political chaos swirling around them. Yet somehow they found a way to stay unshakable, to face it all with a steady heart and a clear mind. These weren't just ivory tower thinkers. They were leaders, ex-slaves, and everyday people who turned their hardships into wisdom. Their teachings aren't dusty relics. They practical tools we can pick up and use right now in our modern, notification-drenched, caffeine-fueled lives. Whether it's a spilled tea catastrophe, a stressful workday, or the endless ping of your phone pulling you in 100 directions, Stoicism offers a roadmap to peace and purpose. I've been on this journey myself, learning to breathe through the chaos, and I can't wait to share it with you. Over the next little while, I'll walk you through 10 Stoic principles that will help you navigate life's ups and downs with grace. These aren't just abstract ideas, they're actionable steps you can weave into your day, transforming how you react to the world around you. Imagine what it'd feel like to face that tea-spilling moment with a chuckle instead of a groan, to see it as a chance to practice patience rather than a reason to rage. That is the power of Stoicism. It is about training your mind to find strength in the storm. Seneca, with his sharp wit and deep reflections, taught us to look at life's challenges as opportunities to grow. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire while jotting down his thoughts, showed us how to stay grounded amid chaos. And Epictetus, once a slave who rose to teach others, reminded us that our reactions are ours to command. Together, their wisdom builds a framework that's as relevant today as it was back then. Whether you're dealing with a mischievous cat, a demanding boss, or just the overwhelm of a busy life, these principles can help you find your center. So, grab a fresh cup of tea, maybe keep it out of Whiskers' reach this time, and settle in. We're about to explore how to live with more intention, resilience, and joy. I'll break it down step by step, sharing stories from my own life and insights from these Stoic masters, so you can see how it all fits together. This isn't about perfection, it's about progress, about taking control of how you meet the world. Let's get started on this adventure, and by the end you might just find yourself handling life's little disasters with a smile. What do you say, ready to dive in? Diamonds in the rough. What Stoicism says about friendship. Let's kick things off with something we all crave deep down: connection. But here's the thing, finding true friends can feel like searching for a diamond in a pile of fakes, a rare and sparkling gem buried under a mountain of shiny but hollow imitations. Her Stoic man once likened friendship to a diamond, elusive, precious, and often surrounded by imitations that glitter on the surface but lack the depth you're after. He knew the struggle all too well, after a few bad experiences, like a friend who bails when times get tough, or a group that only sticks around for the good vibes. You might start to think all friendships are just illusions, mere shadows of the real thing. It can leave you questioning whether true connection even exists. But when you do stumble upon a genuine friend, someone who stands by you through the storms and celebrates your victories, it is a treasure to hold dear, a rare find worth guarding with care. So what does it mean if you often find yourself alone in a world that seems to overflow with connections? Does it say something deeper about who you are, like you're somehow unworthy or unlovable? Not at all. It's just a sign that you're looking for something real, something lasting, and that's a strength, not a flaw. The Stoics understood that friendships aren't about quantity, they're about quality. It's not about having a sea of acquaintances who like your posts, double-tap your selfies, or show up to your parties for the free snacks. It is about finding that one true gem who gets you, who's there through the highs and lows, who sees the real you and still chooses to stay. Now let's get real for a moment. In our world of flashy Instagram posts, TikTok dances, and endless notifications, it is easy to tie our worth to how many likes we get or how many people text us back. I've been there, refreshing my phone, waiting for that little red heart to pop up, feeling a pang when it doesn't. But Epictetus, one of the Stoic heavyweights, had a different take. He said we were not worried by real problems as much as by our imagined anxieties about them. Think about that for a second. Those little icons on your screen, the likes and comments, can dictate your mood if you let them. One day you're on top of the world with a viral post, and the next you're spiraling, because someone sends a snarky DM or your photo flops. But your worth, it's not out there in the digital ether, floating around in someone else's feed. It's baked into you. Your values, your actions, your character. The Stoics would tell you to measure yourself by the kind of friend you are, not the number of friends you have. Are you someone who shows up, who listens when a friend's voice cracks, who cares enough to check in without being asked? That's what matters. So the next time your photo doesn't get the love you hoped for, or someone else's text goes cold, shrug it off. You're your own judge and jury, not the algorithm. Let that sink in. It's liberating, isn't it? This gem of wisdom is a foundation we'll build on as we move forward. Friendship isn't a trophy to win, a badge to flash on your profile. It's a garden to nurture, a living thing that grows with effort and care. We'll explore how to tend that garden a bit later, so stay with me. For now, let us hold on to this idea. Your value isn't a tee-up for likes or dislikes. It is yours to define, and true friends will see it, not count it. Ready to dig deeper into what makes a friendship thrive? Let's keep going. Spilled tea and a Stoic mindset, controlling what you can. Let's circle back to that spilled tea for a sec, because we've all been there, haven't we? In the moment, it feels like the end of the world, doesn't it? Your perfect morning, carefully crafted with that steaming mug of comfort, ruined in an instant by Whisker's playful swat. The shards of ceramic on the floor, the tea pooling like a tiny, tragic lake. It's enough to make you want to scream. But Seneca, another Stoic great, dropped a truth bomb that can totally change the game. We suffer more in our imagination than in reality. Let that sink in. The tea's gone, sure, and that stings, but the real pain is not the spill itself. It is the story you are telling yourself about it. You might be thinking, this proves my day is doomed, or why does the universe always have it out for me? That mental spiral, that's where the suffering lives, not in the actual mess on the floor. The Stoics would say, hold up. Let's shift the focus to what you can control. You can't control Whisker's sudden burst of chaos, but you can control how you react. So instead of fuming or snapping at your furry culprit, what if you laughed it off, grabbed a towel and brewed another cup? It's a small shift, but oh, it's powerful. That simple choice can turn a moment of frustration into a moment of grace, keeping your morning and your mood intact. This idea of focusing on what's in your control is the beating heart of Stoicism, and it's a game changer for navigating life's inevitable messes. Life is unpredictable, often out of our hands, whether it's a spilled drink, a snub from a friend, or those bigger frustrations we all face. Think about it. Your Wi-Fi crashes right in the middle of a Zoom call with your boss, leaving you frozen mid-sentence, or your pizza arrives colder than ice after you've been craving it all day. Those moments can feel like personal attacks from the universe, right? But Epictetus, one of the Stoic OGs, put it best. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Imagine applying this to your daily frustrations. Say your train is late and you're stuck on the platform, watching the minutes tick by knowing you'll be late for work. Old you might have spiraled, imagining your boss's disapproval, picturing your whole day unraveling, your stress levels skyrocketing. But stoic you take a deep breath, pull out a book, or strike up a chat with the person next to you, turning a delay into a moment of connection or growth. You can't control the train's schedule, but you can control how you spend that wait. This mindset doesn't just save your sanity. It builds resilience, transforming every little hiccup into a chance to practice staying calm and centered. So, the next time life throws you a curveball, whether it's a spilled cup, a tech glitch, or a delayed plan, ask yourself, what can I control here? Focus on that, let the rest go, and watch how it changes everything. You're not just reacting anymore. You're responding with intention, and that's where your power lies. Living in the now, savoring the present moment. Now let's talk about something we all wrestle with, time. In our busy lives, we're always racing ahead or looking back, aren't we? Our phones ping with notifications, emails pile up faster than we can read them, and our thoughts run at a sprint, jumping between what we need to do next and what we wish we'd done differently. It's exhausting, like we're stuck on a hamster wheel, always moving but never truly arriving. But how often do we miss what's right in front of us? The beauty, the stillness, the life happening right now. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king who somehow balanced ruling an empire with deep reflection, had a golden nugget for us. Don't let the future disturb you. You'll arrive there if you nurture the present. Let that sink in for a moment. Think about that walk in the park where you were physically there, the trees swaying gently, the sun filtering through the leaves, but mentally you were miles away, plotting tomorrow's to-do list, groceries, meetings, that email you forgot to send, or that family dinner where the table was alive with laughter, plates clinking, stories flowing, but your mind was stuck replaying yesterday's argument, the harsh words you can't let go of, instead of soaking in the warmth around you. The Stoics would say, slow down. This moment right now is where life happens, and if you're not here for it, you're missing out on the only thing that's truly yours. It's not just about noticing the moment, it's about feeling it, letting it seep into your bones. Take that bite of food you're eating, don't just chew and swallow on autopilot. Savor it, let the flavors linger on your tongue, notice the warmth, the spice, the comfort it brings. Really listen when your friend tells a story, catch the spark in their voice, the way their eyes light up with humor, the little details that make the moment theirs, and now yours too. Step outside for a second. Feel the breeze brush against your face, cool and gentle, lifting your spirits even just a little. These tiny acts of presence are where joy lives, quiet and unassuming, waiting for you to show up. The Stoics knew that yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's worries are thieves, sneaking in to steal your happiness while you're distracted. They'd tell you to let them go. Yesterday's done, its chapter's closed, and tomorrow will come whether you stress about it or not, with all its uncertainties still waiting. What you've got is now, this very second, and it's yours to shape, to cherish, to live fully. So the next time you catch your mind drifting to what is next on your endless list, or what went wrong in the past, gently pull it back. Feel your feet on the ground, steady and solid. Hear the sounds around you, the hum of the world, the chatter of life. Taste the air, fresh or crisp or warm. Stitch these moments together, one after another, and you've got a tapestry of happiness that no deadline, no worry, no notification can unravel. The present is your gift. Unwrap it, live in it, and let it fill you up. Flowing with change, embracing life's twists. Speaking of letting go, let's talk about how nature handles change. It's a beautiful thing to watch, isn't it? Ever notice how it just flows, like a rhythm you can't help but admire? Winter's frost blankets the ground, turning everything stark and still, only for it to melt away into spring's vibrant blooms, the air filling with color and life. Each season gives way to the next like a well-choreographed dance. No resistance, no complaints, just a smooth transition that keeps the world turning. But when life throws us a curveball, a job change, a breakup, a sudden move, we dig in our heels, don't we? We resist, clinging to what was, as if we can stop the tide from turning, as if holding on tight will somehow freeze time. It's exhausting, like trying to swim upstream against a rushing river, fighting every ripple. Epictetus, that wise Stoic voice, has a nugget for us here. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Life's a river, always moving, always shifting, and fighting the current is a losing battle. Embracing it, that's where freedom lives, where you find peace amid the flow. Think of it like this. Rome, that grand city of history, wasn't built in a weekend. It grew, evolved, with every stone laid, every arch raised, every road carved out, adding to its glory over time. The city didn't spring up perfect. It weathered storms, invasions, and rebuilds, each challenge shaping its character. You're the same, a masterpiece in progress, your life a canvas painted with every experience. Every unexpected detour, every twist in the road is a brushstroke that adds depth and color. That job change you're dreading might lead to a career you end up loving, opening doors you didn't even know existed. That breakup, as painful as it feels, might clear space for new connections, ones that lift you higher than you imagined. That sudden move, with all its chaos of packing and goodbyes, might bring you to a place that feels like home in ways you never expected, with new faces and new horizons. The Stoics would tell you not to kick and scream when life switches the plan. Instead, see it as part of the grand design, a chapter in your evolving story. Epictetus also said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do." It's about dancing with the universe's plans, not fighting them. Stepping in time with the rhythm of change instead of stomping your feet against it. Resistance wears you down. Acceptance sets you free. So, the next time things don't pan out, like when your big project gets shelved at work, leaving you staring at a blank screen, or a friend cancels plans last minute, leaving you with an empty evening, don't sulk. Embrace what's on your plate. Take a deep breath, look around, and find the opportunity in it. Maybe that shelved project frees you to explore a new idea, or the cancelled plans give you a quiet night to recharge. The best stories come from unexpected twists, and yours is still being written. Every shift, every change, is a chance to grow, to adapt, to become more of who you're meant to be. Let go of the reins, trust the flow, and watch how your life unfolds into something even more beautiful than you planned. Challenges as soul workouts, growing through difficulties. Now let's get into something we all face, challenges. They're the uninvited guests of life, aren't they? That annoying boss who nitpicks everything, finding fault in every report you submit, the bills that never seem to stop coming, piling up like a relentless tide, or the train that's always late, leaving you stranded on the platform with a growing knot of frustration. It's tempting to grumble, to wish for an easier ride, to dream of a day when life just flows smoothly without these bumps. I've been there, pacing my kitchen, muttering about a co-worker who couldn't let a single detail slide, or staring at my bank account, wondering how I'd juggle it all. But Seneca, that brilliant Stoic mind, flips the script with a perspective that'll make you rethink every hurdle. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Let that sink in for a moment. Picture life's challenges as a gym workout for your soul. Just like lifting weights builds your muscles, turning flab into firm strength, turning effort into power, facing tough moments builds your mental strength, your emotional resilience, your ability to handle whatever comes next with a steady hand and a clear head. Instead of asking, "Why me?" when things go wrong, try asking, "What's this teaching me?" It's a shift that can change everything. That boss who's always on your case, hovering over your shoulder with critiques, might be teaching you patience, how to take a deep breath and respond with calm instead of snapping back. Or maybe it's a lesson in standing up for yourself, finding that quiet confidence to say, "I've got this," without losing your cool. Those bills that keep rolling in, each one a reminder of the grind, might push you to get creative with budgeting. Maybe you'll discover a knack for saving, or it'll spark a side hustle that turns into something you love. The late train, with its endless delays and crowded platforms, might give you a moment to slow down, to pull out that book you've been meaning to start, losing yourself in its pages, or to strike up a chat with a fellow commuter, turning a frustration into a connection. Every setback, every irritation has a lesson tucked inside, a chance to grow stronger, wiser, more capable. The Stoics weren't afraid of hardship. They welcomed it, knowing it was the forge where character is shaped, the fire that tempers steel into something unbreakable. They'd say, Bring it on, with a grin, seeing each obstacle as a chance to prove their mettle. Imagine approaching your challenges with that mindset, seeing a rude coworker as an opportunity to practice kindness, turning a sharp word into a gentle response, viewing financial stress as a push toward discipline, crafting a plan that brings order to the chaos, or treating a delayed commute as a moment to find calm in the storm, letting the noise fade as you center yourself. It's not about ignoring the frustration. Those feelings are real, and the Stoics wouldn't ask you to pretend otherwise. It's about channeling that energy into growth, using it as fuel to build a tougher, more resilient you. Think of it like training for a marathon. You don't get fit by avoiding the hills. You conquer them, and each one makes you stronger for the next. So the next time life throws a hurdle your way, whether it's a micromanaging boss, a stack of unpaid bills, or a train that refuses to cooperate, don't shy away. Step up, roll up your sleeves, and ask what you can learn. Maybe it's patience, maybe it's creativity. Maybe it's just the art of staying steady when the world wobbles. Watch how it makes you stronger, how it carves out a version of you that can handle anything. The Stoics knew this secret, and now it's yours to claim. Every challenge is a chance to shine. Real wealth, finding contentment beyond stuff. Let us shift gears and talk about something we are all tempted by in this world of endless shopping and flashy posts: stuff. It's so easy to tie happiness to the things we own, isn't it? Our new phone with all the latest features, a designer bag that screams status, the sleek gadget everyone's raving about. They promise joy, whispering that if you just had this, you'd finally feel complete. But how long does that joy really last? I remember the thrill of unboxing a shiny new tablet, thinking it'd change my life. Better productivity, endless entertainment, the works. A week later, it was just another thing on my desk, gathering dust while I scrolled through more ads, already craving the next big thing. Seneca, that sharp Stoic voice, cuts through the noise with a truth that hits hard. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Let that sink in for a moment. Real wealth isn't in your bank account, your closet, or the stack of packages at your door. It's the contentment in your soul, the richness of experiences, the treasure of memories that stay with you long after the stuff fades into the background, forgotten or replaced. Think about the moments that truly light you up, the ones that linger in your heart long after they're gone. For me, it's a memory of a family gathering a few summers back. Nothing fancy, just a simple meal of grilled veggies and bread on a rickety picnic table. But the love around that table was so deep, the laughter so pure, I can still hear my cousin's terrible jokes and feel the warmth of my mom's smile. Or there was that time I stopped to help a stranger struggling with her groceries on a busy street. Her grateful smile and the quiet glow I felt afterward was a kind of joy no purchase could ever match. These are the stories that count, the ones that weave the fabric of a life well lived, not the things you pile up in your home or flaunt online. The Stoics aren't saying you can't enjoy luxuries. Go ahead, treat yourself to that nice meal at your favorite restaurant, savor the flavors, or buy that new pair of shoes if they make you smile when you slip them on. But don't let them own you. Don't let the pursuit of more dictate your mood, your worth, or your sense of enoughness. I've caught myself late at night, scrolling through endless feeds, feeling empty because I don't have the designer watch or tropical vacation the influencers are flaunting. That is when I pause and ask, is this thing I am craving adding to my story, or is it just cluttering my life with more noise? The Stoics saw possessions as tools to use, not masters to serve. They're meant to support your life, not define it. So, let us shift our focus to the experiences that fill our hearts. The belly laughs with friends over a shared pizza, the quiet connections during a sunset walk with someone you love, the still moments of gratitude when you realize how much you already have. That's where true wealth lives, in the intangible treasures that no one can take away. Next time you're tempted to chase the next shiny thing, take a breath. Look around at what's already yours, the people, the memories, the small joys. Build your life around those, and you'll find a richness that no shopping cart can deliver. The Stoics knew this secret, and it's yours to embrace. Contentment isn't bought. It's cultivated, one meaningful moment at a time. Now let's touch on something a bit heavier: loss. It hits hard, doesn't it, in ways that can stop you in your tracks. Whether it's a favorite hoodie that's gone missing, its soft fabric and familiar scent suddenly absent from your life, a memory that's fading like an old photograph losing its edges, or someone you love who's no longer here, leaving a silence that echoes in your chest. Loss has a way of shaking us to our core. Marcus Aurelius, that wise Stoic soul who faced his own share of grief, puts it simply: loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. It's a profound thought, one that invites us to zoom out and see the big ecosystem of life. Everything has its season. Just look around. Trees drop their leaves in autumn, letting go to make room for fresh buds in spring, the cycle turning without hesitation. Life gives us endings to clear space for beginnings, a rhythm as old as time itself. The Stoics say don't cling, appreciate what was, live fully in the now, and let go with grace, trusting that this flow is part of the natural order. Every sunset paves the way for a sunrise, doesn't it? The sky blazes with color, then fades to darkness, only to welcome a new dawn with quiet promise. The Stoics saw this cycle everywhere, in the seasons, in the rise and fall of empires, in the breath we take and release, and they used it as a guide for living. Holding on too tight is like trying to catch the wind with your bare hands. It slips through your fingers, leaving you grasping at nothing, your heart heavy with emptiness. But releasing gently, trusting that the next chapter will come in its own time, brings a kind of freedom you can feel in your bones. It's a call to love deeply, to pour your heart into the people and moments that matter, to laugh with a friend until your sides ache, to hold a loved one close, knowing nothing lasts forever. And when it's time to let go, whether it's a lost item, a fading memory, or the heartbreaking absence of someone dear, do it with tenderness. The Stoics didn't deny the pain of loss. They felt it deeply, just as we do. Marcus Aurelius wrote through his own sorrows. Epictetus spoke from a life marked by hardship, and Seneca wrestled with personal tragedies. But they reframed it, seeing change as part of life's natural flow, a movement to embrace rather than resist. If you've lost someone dear, let the weight of that grief settle. Feel it fully. Let the memories wash over you like a wave, bringing both tears and smiles. Maybe it's the sound of their laughter echoing in your mind, the wisdom they shared that still guides you, or the love they gave that now shines as a guiding light in your heart. Ask yourself, what can I carry forward? Perhaps it's a habit they inspired, a lesson they taught, or simply the warmth of their presence that you can pass on to others. These are the threads that weave their legacy into your life, turning loss into a source of strength. The Stoics taught that fighting change only deepens the pain. Letting go even when it hurts opens the door to healing. So the next time loss comes knocking, whether it is a small sting like a missing hoodie, or the profound ache of a loved one's absence, don to fight it. Let the tears fall if they must. Let the sorrow have its moment, and then let go with the grace of a sunset, fading into night, its beauty lingering even as it gives way to stars. It's a journey, not a race, and every step, every release builds your strength, shaping you into someone who can face life's ebb and flow with a steady heart. Building bonds, lifting others up. We're all connected, and the Stoics knew this better than anyone, seeing the threads that tie us together in ways we sometimes forget. Seneca, that wise and reflective Stoic, once said, "We are all bound together in a partnership," a simple yet profound idea that stretches across time. Stoicism isn't just about your own inner peace, about retreating into your mind to find calm amid the storm. It's about community, about thriving together in a world that is better because we were in it as a team. Helping a neighbor fix a leaky faucet, volunteering at a local food drive, or being there for a friend who is struggling with a tough day doesn't just add meaning to their life, it enriches yours too. It's a two-way street, a beautiful cycle of support, where every act of kindness ripples out, making the world a little brighter, a little warmer, for everyone involved. I've felt this myself. When I helped a neighbor carry groceries up the stairs, their grateful smile and the chat we had over a cup of coffee left me with a glow that lingered long after. Think about a time someone helped you. Maybe a stranger who held the door when your hands were overflowing with bags, or a friend who sat with you through a tough night, listening without judgment as you poured out your heart. That act probably stuck with you, didn't it? The kindness, the connection, the way it made you feel seen. It's a memory that warms you even now. Now, imagine being that person for someone else. Picture yourself mowing a neighbor's lawn when they're under the weather, the hum of the mower blending with their relieved thanks, or volunteering at a local shelter meeting people who care about the same causes you do, maybe feeding stray animals or sorting clothes for families in need. These small acts weave you into the social fabric, creating bonds that matter, turning acquaintances into allies and strangers into friends. The Stoics saw this as a duty, a natural part of living wisely, because when we lift others, we lift ourselves. It's not about grand gestures like funding a charity with millions. It's about showing up, listening when someone needs to vent, caring enough to lend a hand when the moment calls for it. I've seen this in action when I spent an afternoon helping a friend move. The shared laughs over a spilled box, and the pizza we ordered afterward built a memory that strengthened our friendship more than any gift ever could. This idea of community isn't just feel-good fluff, it's a cornerstone of Stoic thought. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire while penning his meditations, wrote about how we're all part of a larger whole, our actions echoing beyond ourselves. Epictetus, once a slave who found freedom in philosophy, taught that our purpose includes serving others, not just surviving for ourselves. They believed that by contributing to the well-being of those around us, we align with nature's design, creating a harmony that benefits everyone. It's a cycle. Your help inspires others to help, and soon the whole neighborhood, the whole town, feels the uplift. Maybe it's offering a kind word to a cashier who looks overwhelmed, or checking in on an elderly neighbor who might be lonely. These moments don't just brighten their day, they fill you with a sense of purpose, a connection that no amount of solitude can replace. The Stoics saw this as a moral obligation, but also a joy, an opportunity to live fully by giving fully. So the next time you see a chance to help, whether it is a kind word to lift someone's spirit or a helping hand to ease their load, take it. It's a step toward building a community where everyone thrives, where your partnership with the world grows stronger with every act of care. Let's embrace that together and watch how it transforms not just their lives but yours too. The power of reflection, checking in with yourself. In our busy world, we rarely stop, don't we? We're always rushing from one thing to the next, jumping out of bed to tackle work, darting off to run errands, scrolling through social media feeds late into the night, only to wake up and do it all over again. It's a whirlwind, a cycle that leaves us breathless, always chasing the next task without a moment to breathe. But Marcus Aurelius, that thoughtful philosopher king who ruled an empire while reflecting on life's deeper truths, had a reminder for us that cuts through the noise. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. It is a simple yet powerful idea. Our peace isn't found in the endless to-do list or the likes on our posts. It's shaped by the way we think, the stories we tell ourselves as we navigate each day. Taking time to reflect, to pause, to look at your patterns, to learn from your slip-ups, and to celebrate your wins, is like a life update, a chance to step back, recalibrate and pave the way to a deeper, more lasting peace that carries you through the chaos. Reflection is like hitting the reset button, a quiet moment to step off the treadmill and see where you've been. Maybe you notice you're snapping at people when you're stressed, your patience fraying as you bark at a loved one over something small, or you're staying up too late scrolling through your phone trading rest for another round of mindless feeds. Those insights aren't there to shame you or make you feel like you've failed. They're invitations to grow, gentle nudges to adjust your course. Look at your slip-ups. Maybe it's a missed deadline that left you scrambling, or a harsh word that hung heavy in the air after a disagreement, and ask what you can learn from them. Did that missed deadline teach you to manage your time better, to break tasks into smaller chunks instead of leaving it all to the last minute? Did that harsh word show you the value of pausing before speaking, of taking a breath to choose kindness over reaction? These lessons aren't punishments, they're stepping stones to a stronger you. And don't forget your wins. Those moments deserve a spotlight too. Maybe you stayed calm in a tough meeting when everything was going wrong, or you helped a friend through a hard day with a listening ear and a steady presence. Celebrate those, even quietly to yourself. Let a small smile creep in. Give yourself a mental pat on the back. This practice isn't about being cold or detached, shutting out the world to judge yourself harshly. It's about resilience. And purpose, building a life that stands firm through the storms, rooted in self-awareness and growth. So how do you make this happen? Carve out a few minutes in your day, maybe over your morning coffee, the steam rising as you sip and think, or on a quiet walk where the rhythm of your steps clears your mind. Check in with yourself like you would with a close friend. What's working? What needs a tweak? It's a gift, a way to live with intention rather than just reacting to the world's demands. I've found that when I take those moments, sitting with my thoughts, jotting down what I've learned from a rough day or a small victory, it is like pressing refresh on my soul. The Stoics saw this as essential, a way to align your actions with your values, to ensure your thoughts lift you up instead of dragging you down. Try it. Next time the rush slows for a second, steal that time for reflection. It's not about adding another task. It's about giving yourself space to grow, to heal, to thrive. Over time, those moments build a foundation of peace that no deadline or distraction can shake. Timeless wisdom for today, wrapping up the journey. As we wrap up this journey through Stoicism's ancient wisdom, it's honestly amazing how these old-school ideas fit our frantic, modern lives like a glove, as if they were custom-made for the chaos we face every day. These truths from Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, about controlling our reactions, living fully in the moment, embracing change, and lifting each other up, aren't just dusty quotes from a history book. They're timeless practical tools that feel as relevant now as they did centuries ago. They're a lifeline in a world that often feels like a whirlwind of notifications, deadlines, and unexpected curveballs, offering a way to find calm, purpose, and even a bit of joy, no matter what comes your way. Whether you're dealing with a spilled tea that shatters your perfect morning, a tough boss who seems to nitpick your every move, or a fading friendship that leaves your heart heavy, these Stoic principles give you a framework to navigate it all with grace, to step back and respond with intention instead of just reacting in the heat of the moment. It's like having a wise friend whispering in your ear, guiding you through the storm with a steady hand and a clear mind. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've explored together. We started with that spilled tea scenario, whiskers knocking over your mug, turning your peaceful morning into a mess. Seneca's wisdom reminded us that we often suffer more in our imagination than in reality, urging us to focus on what we can control, our reaction. Instead of spiraling into frustration, we learned to laugh it off, grab a towel and brew another cup, reclaiming our peace. Then we talked about friendship, with the Stoics teaching us that true connection isn't about the number of likes or followers. It's about quality, about being the kind of friend who shows up with authenticity. Epictetus's insight that our worth lies in our character, not in social media metrics, was a game changer, freeing us from the digital popularity contest. Marcus Aurelius brought us into the present, encouraging us to savor the moment, whether it is the taste of a meal or the breeze on our face, because that's where life truly happens, not in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries. We embrace change with Epictetus' reminder that life's a flowing river, and fighting the current only exhausts us. Dancing with the universe's plans, like a job change or a breakup, opens us to new beginnings. Seneca flipped our view on challenges, calling difficulties a workout for the mind, a chance to build resilience like lifting weights builds muscle. Instead of asking why me, we started asking what's this teaching me? Turning a nitpicking boss into a lesson in patience or a late train into an opportunity to slow down. We redefined wealth through Seneca's lens, realizing that true richness isn't tea in the stuff we buy but in the contentment of our soul, the laughter and connections that light up our lives. Marcus Aurelius helped us navigate loss, framing it as a natural part of life's cycle, like a sunset giving way to a sunrise, teaching us to let go with grace while carrying forward the love and lessons. We saw the power of community through Seneca's words, understanding that lifting others lifts us too, whether it's helping a neighbor or volunteering, weaving us into a tapestry of support. And finally, Marcus Aurelius reminded us to pause and reflect, to check in with our thoughts, learn from our slip-ups, and celebrate our wins, building a life of intention and resilience. So, which of these Stoic gems clicked for you? Was it Seneca's idea that difficulties are a workout for your mind, strengthening you for the journey ahead? Or maybe Marcus Aurelius's call to nurture the present, to truly feel the moment instead of rushing past it? Perhaps it was Epictetus, reminder that your worth isn't tied to likes or comments. It is baked into your character, your actions, the way you show up for others. I'd love to hear what resonated. Drop it in the comments and let's learn from each other, sharing how these ideas spark change in our lives. For me, the idea of embracing change as part of life as natural flow has been a game changer. How have we stopped fighting the unexpected and started looking for the growth it brings? If this journey sparked even a flicker of insight, a new way to see your challenges, do me a favor. Subscribe, give a thumbs up, and hit that bell. It's not about my ego. It's about us continuing this journey together, building a community where we share wisdom that makes life a little brighter, a little more manageable. Life's a wild ride, full of surprises and challenges, but with a Stoic mindset, it's a blast to embrace. These principles aren't just about surviving, they're about thriving, about finding joy in the mess, strength in the struggle, and connection in the chaos. Here's to letting go of what we can't control, living with gusto in every moment, and keeping that curious fire burning as we grow. Catch you next time, my friend. Until then, keep shining, keep reflecting, and keep showing up for this beautiful, unpredictable adventure we call life.